Fox News Alert: police spraying water cannons as new violence breaks out in Germany after the G20 summit, and now we are taking you there live. As you can see, when this G20 summit first commenced, there were some pretty violent protests erupting there. Things seemed to be going more in a peaceful route, but rioters actually have been taking it up a notch once again, throwing items at police who tried to use the cannons, those water cannons, as you can see there, shooting out of those police vehicles into the crowds, trying to disperse them, essentially. This comes after days of riots, though. More than 140 people have been arrested and some 200 officers injured. Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Greg Palcott has the latest from Germany.
Julie, the G20 summit here in Hamburg, Germany is over. Doesn't look like the violence is over yet, though. We have new reports of clashes between protesters and police in yet another neighborhood of this city. There were skirmishes late this afternoon as well. Take a look at what we saw.
This is a sign of just how tense things are here. A peaceful protest in Hamburg has turned dangerous and violent. We're looking at police confronting the protesters. There are bottles being thrown, there are water cannons being shot, and the people here are very angry. It has been violent. People have been taken away. We're hearing the police, we're hearing the protesters. It's going to get uglier now.
Again, those clashes happened at the end of a largely peaceful march. 50,000 were out on the street. Still, they had some angry words to say about G20 politics, about capitalism, and yes, about President Trump. Overnight, though, saw the worst violence that we have seen. 1,500 anarchists ransacking a neighborhood here in Hamburg. Fires were set, stores looted, Molotov cocktails thrown. Riot police stormed building. 213 police and dozens of protesters were injured. 114 people were arrested. Despite 20,000 police out on the streets, the city was reduced, according to one account, to mob rule. Now, President Trump, along with German Chancellor Angela Merkel, praised the security forces here in what might have been an impossible task: securing this second biggest German city for a global summit being held right in the middle. Julie.
Okay, so as the summit there wraps up, the protests continue. This going for days now. Hamburg, Germany there, where you can see police vehicles spraying, and they have paused at the moment, but just moments ago we saw them live spraying water cannons into the crowd. Essentially, that is meant to break up crowds in order to prevent any violence from breaking out, because at this point there have been moments of violence. Over 200 officials, law enforcement officials, have been injured. A lot of angry protesters out there getting out of control, but for now it seems things are remaining peaceful and quiet this evening. But we will continue to monitor this and bring you live pictures as news warrants.